Hey guys, so this is the tutorial on the Charleston Cable Company application. This is a form where basically you get to select a certain type of cable package: basic, bronze, silver, gold, um, and you get to select some additional features like HBI movie channels, show timer movie channels, cinematic movie channels, or just local stations. And you can select any of these packages and add up some extra features like these channels or local station. Now you can only choose um, any one of these here because these are radio buttons, and but you can choose like if you want like all four of these additional features. Now this application is basically or this whole tutorial is given in the book from starting from page 266, and everything, I mean, like all the other tutorials, how to do this, all the code and everything is given. So but back to the application. So yeah, radio buttons here, additional features here, and once you select which package you want and what features you want, you click this and there will be a dialog box appearing, which will give you your total cable bill. Right, so to design this we first have to and I mean this we don't have to design from scratch. The data file for this is given as part of the data file package. It's in the folder chapter 5, and it's called a folder Charleston cable solution, and in that all these designing is done, all the radio buttons, checks boxes, buttons and everything are given. So the main thing you have to do is do the code. So basically this will be the code will consist of several if and else statements, and finally message box dot show. Basically you'll open up a dialog box where it will show you the the total value of your cable channel with all the features and including whichever package you chose. So let's go ahead and look at the code. So um, just the basic stuff: put your name and whenever you did it, the three option statements which we have been doing so many times or for each tutorial or lab. um, the exit button code will be given in the application, and what we have to do is the calculate button event procedure. So whenever the calculate button here is clicked, what should happen? Well, what we need to do at first is identify some constants, and the constants are the prices for each of the package and for each of the features. So basically all these prices are given in the book. So the price for the basic package is 39.99, bronze 44.99, silver 59.99, gold 74.99. And for the each of the additional features like HBI channels is $10, show timer 11.5, cinematic 12, and just local stations $5. So the reason we are defining all these constants is that our code might be very large, and instead of just putting these numbers, we can just assign these numbers to these names, which makes sense to us because these are the names of the packages, these are the names of the features, and we can then use these values in our program, which we have done right here. So there's a lot of constants here and one variable which is the dim. So this is the final value of your cable bill, and this is what we'll calculate throughout our program. And remember, these are identified, or these are defined under this private sub event procedure for calculate button. So they are only accessible by this button. Once the button does its job, they go away. So after we've defined all these, then we have to write some if else if decision structures, where we basically see whatever packages and whatever additional features the user have chosen. So basically you see a lot of if and else if here. So let's say here, so the program checks whether the basic radio button has been checked. So if this button has been checked, then whatever the cable bill was, then plus equals to, meanings whatever it was, then add the constant basic, which is 39.99 to it. Makes sense? So initially if it was like 0, then add 39.99 to it. If instead the bronze radio button was checked, this one, then add bronze constant, which is 44.99. If it was silver, then add the silver constant. Else, if these are the three different options, and if none of them are selected, then it has to be gold. And so in that case, add the gold package option. So in these if else statements, it has to be any one of these radio buttons, because they are mutually exclusive and one of them have to be selected. So basically it goes through whichever radio button is selected and then adds up the constant value assigned in that if else if structure. So if we select this button, radio button here, then it will see that this button is checked, then the cable bill will be added by this amount. If the bronze was checked, then this will be added by this amount, so on and so forth. So this is the code for the part of the cable packages. Now we have to also see if any of the additional features are selected. So if the HBI checkbox is selected, this one right here, then whatever the previous cable bill was, plus equals to, or add HBI with it. So let's say we had selected the basic radio button here, so that was 39.99, and then the computer saw that the HBI checkbox is also selected, so that will add up $10 to it. So basic selected, this selected, so 39.99 plus 10, so it will show 49.99. So that's for that. Similarly, if it observes that the show timer checkbox was also selected, then whatever was the previous value, add up whatever the constant value in show timer is, so this 11.5. And these are like you can select like any one up to all four, so you can have any one of these packages, and if you want all four of these, or even none of these packages. So these are like just like one alternative. So there's no if else, these just the program basically goes through each of these if statements, and if like they are true, then whatever the previous bill was, add up these constants to it. If none of them are true, then all these are just skipped. So HBI, show timer, cinematic, local, whichever is selected, add up the selected constant. So this whole part is for checking all the feature packages. So once that's completed, so it has calculated the total cable bill, and this part is where it gets to show you the final bill using a dialog box for the message box.show method. Remember, this is a really quick one line of code for popping up a dialog box. Within the first argument is the text, basically. So this will be your text. So your monthly cable bill is within string, and then this is the ampersand for appending text. So what we'll see at the end is your monthly cable bill is, and then this part is appended. So it converts the cable bill, the final cable bill, to a string, and then the format is in this. So C2, meaning that currency and 2 decimal points. So it will be your monthly cable bill is dollar some value with like 2 decimal points. This is the title or the caption of the dialog box. It has only one button, the OK button, and the icon would be information. So there will be an information icon. And that's basically the code for this. So if I run this, this appears. So checking whether it works. So basic is, if I select basic, that's $39.99, and if I select this HBI movie channel, that's another $10. So if I calculate, it says $49.99, which is $39.99 plus 10. Let's say I choose the bronze package. Bronze is $44.99, and the same. Let's add up. Let's say this one. So the total will be $44.99 plus 10 plus 12, and that is the total $66.99. So we see that let's final experiment. Let's do a gold and with all the 4 packages. So that's a gold which is $74, and all the 4 packages, so 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus 5. It's gonna be a huge bill, something which I'll never be able to afford. But let's see how much it is. So that's $113.49. So we see that it works. It's a pretty cool program which you can use to calculate some stuff. And that is the tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.